So, what's up, y'all? Welcome to Hidden Shadows of the Secret Chamber.
Hello.
Yes. So we watched today. We brought a dope film for you guys. We enjoyed it very much. It is the name of it is The King of the Streets.
Guy fights in the streets, goes to prison for fighting in the streets, gets out, wants to be a happy person, then gets in trouble with the streets again.
Streets come knocking on his door. This movie was crazy, man. I'm gonna say I'm a fan of the plot. I feel like every character had some depth to them. As far as like the protagonist. You know what I mean? Even the chick there, she had an interesting backstory. So I'm gonna rate it I'll give it a 7.
Ooh,
it's pretty good. What do you think, Con?
I would give.
See, the Con see.
I would give it a 7 as well. Nothing like extremely crazy about the plot. It wasn't overly complex. It drew you in enough to follow along to the fight scenes. It was a basic plot done extremely well.
You know what? I think you're right. Yeah, like it's a plot that you see a lot of the times, but
it was done well.
Yeah, in a really good way.
Yeah, so I would give it a 7 out of 10.
Awesome.
I would also give it a 7 out of 10. It a 7 out of 10 because what Nakansi said is completely true. We've definitely seen this done a lot of times in older films, but it was executed well, and it's kind of like how vanilla is. It's a vanilla plot, but
I like vanilla,
but
it's a good vanilla.
Yeah, for sure.
The vanilla,
everything else adds on top of it.
Vanilla bean.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, that's some good stuff. Okay, we got the plot out of the way. What's the next?
Acting.
I
really liked the acting. I thought it was extremely well done as well. I'm just gonna say well done all night tonight.
Well
done.
That's the review, guys.
there we go. Wrap it up.
They had one of my favorite side character was Bobo. He had cool monologues.
Oh,
the way he told his stories, it was yeah.
He sucks you in, man.
Yeah.
He's just awesome pauses at all the right places, and you're just what's he gonna say next?
Wow, you tell a really good story, Bobo. Can you tell it again?
Yeah. Bobo. You want it to be at all the family parties. So what would you give the acting out of 10?
I would also give it a 7 out of 10. It was really well casted. There was a good range of characters, and all the characters had enough lines that you got a little bit of their flavor into the movie,
100%. Yeah. I'm gonna give it also a 7 out of 10. Not quite an 8.
I believe that's what they call the high 7.
A high 7, yes. Just get it right up there. Anyway, we I did enjoy the acting. That the characters were very believable and lovable, and there were some fun twists in there. That's what I liked about it. There were some twists in this movie, so. And it really played to the characters. They were just. Yeah. Thank you so much, Khan. So yes, 7. Nakansi
7.
I think I rambled enough for both me and Nakansi there.
7.
Yeah.
Sorry.
7.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Well done. 7. Well done, actors.
Cinematography.
There were a lot of really cool shots. There was a lot of cutting that I personally don't like. I just personally dislike cutting at every single body blow and then trying to set up for a different shot to show that he made contact and got hit. It made a lot of the other shots really weird, but not in a terrible way.
Well,
I would give it a 6 on that.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna jump on that one too, and it's exactly because of that. that thing they did where they would cut to the maybe the guy getting punched in the face, and it just didn't. You knew that it wasn't. It was a cutscene. It was a cutaway.
Too many times.
And not only that, the rest of the cinematography in the movie was amazing. Like, I loved all the freeze frames and different filters that they use, and the zooming and the zooming out.
Yeah,
it was
they had
amazing.
A lot of great background shots for that too. So
they were so good that it was just such a contrast when those cutaway scenes just stood out like a sore thumb.
When was this movie released?
2012.
2012.
That's definitely why I'm gonna give it a 6. It's 2016. This was released in 2012. Like, it should have been.
But it's not 2016.
Or it's 2017. We're already in the summer.
Back to the Future.
Do you like that noise?
That's the sound of Junior going to the future.
The point that I was getting to, though, is that it was released in 2012. Like, at this point, we should have known how to make some of those cutaways feel more natural.
It was a little low budget, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
This is the first film that they made.
So again, it wasn't
film.
Again, it's not like terrible. Like, personally, we've been over this many times,
but it wasn't.
A 6 is still really easy to recommend for me.
Yeah. No. Same here. I would definitely recommend this movie. Consi, what do you think, brother?
Well done.
There you have it, folks. Another well done from Mr. Nakansi. And moving on to his number score.
I think I would give it a 6 as well.
Okay.
There was some really cool shots, but there was just a lot of close-ups throughout the whole film. Sometimes too many close-ups. Some of the shots felt redundant.
Oh yeah,
redundant.
That's so true. They had this thing where they were zooming into one particular character, like, over and over.
But finally, at the end of the film, for the last fight scene, they pretty much did it all without zooming in, which was cool.
Yeah, which brings us. Does that bring us into our next category?
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Musical score.
Nope, it doesn't.
Music, I really like the music. They had a cool harmonica sequence.
I'm not gonna lie here.
Their music played with went well with the story, which brought out more emotions.
Yeah,
they had some good feeling scenes.
Another one of those 7 or 8s. Like, I thought that the soundtrack was a ton of fun. There was a couple of that harmonica was actually pretty articulate. Like,
fun to see people cry.
I like seeing people cry. It was balanced. Weird. It was balanced really well.
Weird.
That's another thing is it was balanced well. It didn't suddenly cut from, okay guys, we're talking into these mics really fiercely, and then so when you're gonna give me that ass,
making it weird.
Yeah, no, I feel you. So what would you give it?
I'd give it an 8.
An 8? Okay, nice, man.
It was good this time.
I'm gonna jump on the 7 as well. Definitely served its function, and it added atmosphere to a lot of the scenes. It was definitely the difference maker. So I appreciate that on a big level there. So yeah, 7 for me. Consi, I think you already rated it, or did you rate it yet?
7.
I'm pretty sure
7
you said it was
and
well done.
Thank you, sir. Well done. Next phase, next category.
Action choreography, the most important category.
Yeah, this is our favorite part. Con, why don't you get started, homie?
I brought up earlier with the cinematography, the action choreography. It was definitely really, really cool, and there were a lot of intricate shots, but a lot of it loses a whole point because of all those cutaways. Like, you lose a lot of impact when you go from, oh look, I'm gonna punch him in the face. I've been punched.
Yeah. No, that did definitely. luckily for me, it didn't take away too much from the action choreography. Because again, I'm gonna put that for myself personally into the cinematography category. In this case, like, he choreographed the fights amazingly. Like, he really.
Oh yeah, like this could have been an 8 if it wasn't for that cinematography. But for me, like, this was really, really fun. 7, like, there are lots of brutal looking snaps.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8. Nakansi, you were saying something about the fact that he hired, was it like world class kickboxers?
World class martial artists. Yeah, there was MMA, jiu-jitsu, boxers, 10 world class fighters that he put in the film,
Which is epic, you know what I mean? Like, that those guys are for real. I mean, he's kind of, I mean, I'm sure he's a martial artist, but like those other guys, they're constantly competing. So to be choreographing and practicing these moves with that like superiority and just athleticism must have been amazing. So you could tell the guy was super excited, super passionate about making like just epic fight scenes. So and that really
nothing
came out for me.
Nothing was like super overly flashy without kind of already knowing that he was going to do the thing.
Totally.
So like it was really practical in the choreography. That's why it's still really good. I just again keep complaining about, oh, look at this sick punch.
Yeah, that did take away. Yeah, for sure.
I give it an 8 out of 10.
It's not
I thought
7.
all of the fight scenes were extremely well done. I wanted more the whole time. I was like, more fight scenes. Less plot, more fight scenes.
Yeah. I mean, if the plot wasn't like so good, like again, they were just really driving that plot forward.
The plot was good. I enjoyed it.
Right? Because you kind of were living with the characters a little bit, getting to know them. And sometimes I think that's hard to do sometimes in Kung Fu films.
Yeah, so when you see a movie blended well, then it becomes an amazing film.
Yeah, 100%. All right, so I gave it an 8. Con, you gave, what was it? You gave it a 7? Awesome.
I lost a
And
point because of too many cuts.
Got it.
I gave it an 8, especially for that last fight scene.
Oh, the one with the sword?
Yeah, well, the whole ending fight scene where he fights everybody and then fights Dr. Dre.
Like the last 20 minutes of the movie was like,
It was
fighting Dre into
it was basically one fight scene. It never ended.
That was nuts.
Yeah, it was one fight after another. Overall,
ooh, I'm gonna give it a 7. It was dope. Like I said, it had a lot of things going for it: the plot, the action choreography, the acting. So I feel good about giving this movie a 7.
I also average out to a 7 because there's 1 6 and 1 8 in there, and so that, mathematics averages out to 7. That was an easy to recommend movie. It was tons of fun. There was great choreography. Soundtrack was great. The plot was just enough to get us going, and even though I did get up a lot, I was really into watching the movie and being a part of it and getting to witness it.
100%, man. Cool.
I also give it a 7 overall. Really, really, really good movie. Well done.
Well done, Martin.
You are sticking through to the end with that.
I really like this guy. He acts. He stars in his film and he directs it and he does the screenplay and he does his own stunts.
That's right.
He even does the montage at the end like Jackie Chan films. And this actually reminded me of what Jackie Chan used to do. He would take world-class martial artists and put them in his films.
I had no idea about that, so that's pretty badass. You could tell this guy is super influenced by the gentleman. It did have a sort of Jackie Chan feel to me.
Just no comedy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's big on that. It's so funny to me.
I can't wait for him to make more films. He just made another one last year in 2016, which has a higher budget, and that movie is amazing. It's really good.
Nice.
Like, everybody should watch it.
We'll check it out.
We will definitely check it out. Now, finally, our one of our favorite parts. Was the movie bad? Was it ass? Was it badass? Or was it...
So bad, it's good.
Yeah.
I say badass. Badass film.
Me too. I'm going to go with badass.
Triple badass.
Wow.
Boom. Fight scenes. There was 8 total fight scenes, and I count the long ones all together when it's just a string of fight scenes. Training scenes. There was 4 training montages. One of them was really short. No WTF moments.
There was one that I had personally.
Yeah.
And that was when the Goon Squad gets his dad.
Oh yeah,
that
for
was
me.
like
What
that.
happened?
That's no. His dad was getting into his taxi, and then the Goon Squad came out and was like, "Get him!" and they like beat the shit out of him. And
Yeah, that was definitely...
that was definitely like it was. It wasn't not expected, but it was really abrupt when it did happen.
Yeah, you really did not expect it. They did a really good job at that because I was shocked too. I was like, "Fuck, his dad? What the hell?" And
Spoiler.
then yeah,
And the granny.
yeah, totally.
Yeah, that was messed up.
so
But I kept that
so
as one moment. That's why.
that one moment definitely got to me a lot more. Like, it had more of an effect on me on that one. So I agree.
And badass moments. The whole film. All the
The
fight
whole
scenes.
film.
The last fight scene, especially.
Well, oh man, which fight scene was it where he like got the guy's arm lock and fucking elbowed straight down into it and broke it?
That was pretty cool. He had like
thought that
fights
one was
with
really
fights
great.
with weapons. He had fights like one-on-one, and then he had fights against multiple people. He even used a steel pole as a staff.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that part was amazing.
The multiple opponents fight scenes were like believable too. That's the other thing. Is
He did a bicycle kick
Ooh, I can't believe I
on
missed
3
that part,
people.
too.
Brah!
I think he did that like twice in the movie. It was
Yeah.
freaking awesome.
Every single throw was really practical too.
Yeah,
Like, I don't feel like any of those were like, look, how did he get his hands around that guy's neck all of a sudden? Ugh.
No. They were done right. And again, like I was saying at the beginning of this movie, I'm not really too familiar with like movie makers who use the throw as much as this guy did, and I thought it was awesome.
Check us out on Hidden Shadows of the Secret Chamber.wordpress.com. You can also follow us on YouTube and subscribe, and you can leave comments on what you thought of the film if you watched it, what you thought of our review, and even what you want us to review.
We out. Peace.